Mount Rushmore of pussies. Coleman. Coleman. Coleman.
Already better than Daver. Oh. All right, y'all just want to jump right into it?
No, I'd like to talk to you for 15 or 20 minutes before.
I didn't know if you watched that Belichick press conference.
I knew that was coming.
Can you just go, please?
All right. Yep.
You in your car on?
All right, we're back. It's Saturday night. It's Mount Kirkmore. It's the month
Are you in your car, Ron? What is that? Is he frozen?
I'm in my work truck, my bucket truck.
You're in your work truck. Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Am I frozen?
I thought you were. It took you a while to respond.
Yes.
I don't know. Okay.
Mm-hmm. There's a large delay.
Oh, good. I mean, he stinks with no delay. So the delay, I can only imagine how bad he'll be.
Oh, that'll make it even better. Hey, it's a month of hate, but it's the positivity day here on Mount Kirkmore. All right, well, we'll just go ahead and jump right into the wheel to see who's going to go first.
Yes, let's do it.
Let's do it. Who's it going to be? It goes round and round and lands on Jeff.
Oof. Wow.
Jeff, that's going to be tough being a newer Minifan, I would imagine.
I'll be curious. So this is the worst Minifans, right, McFuss Daddy?
Yeah, there's definitely there will be a more recency thing with me. I do know older Minifans, but I'm also not going to pretend that.
Don't do that.
OG. Yeah, I'm not going to do that.
Ooh.
Kirk, number 2.
McFuss Daddy, I watched some of these, not all. You're not allowed to trade picks, right? You got what you got.
No, you got what you got. You get what you get. You don't pitch a fit.
Gotcha.
All right, number
nice.
3.
I'll take the last spot. All right.
It's great.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I guess we can just get right into it. Jeff, we thank you guys for joining us. We do appreciate it. Got our namesake here, but Jeff, number 1.
Yep.
Yeah. So the only spot I was.
You are so delayed. Shut up. You're so delayed.
There's gonna be, by
I'll
the
write
time
them down.
First pick is up, there's gonna be new bad Minifans.
Yeah, that's probably true.
The only thing I was worried about was my first round. I wanted to make sure I actually was I kind of need number 1 because everything else I think will fall in line for me. I have to go Mayo number 1.
I figured, that was
1-1 Mayo.
Yeah.
How I'm not a rival with anymore. Him and I kind of, or just whatever. I always move on. It's a new Minifan I don't like. Don't think there's any popular one that I don't like right now. But Mayo and I have had a long rivalry. The recent outing of Juan is kind of perfect. He's a lot of talk comes in, kind of puts in a dud. He's some of the dumb questions, but he's I'll compliment him at the end here. Even though this is a negative Mount Kirkmore. He's kind of the good bad Minifan though. I wouldn't want Mayo to be good. If he,
don't worry about it.
Yeah,
that's not going to be an issue.
He needs to remain I want him. I don't want him to out Juan, but I want him to out Juan. Sure. That's just what he is. Mm-hmm. That's his role. So yeah, I'll go Andy Mayo.
What's your relationship with him, McFuss Daddy? I don't know.
Man, I've never met him. I've never really talked to him. I saw him outside of Plymouth, and I didn't say anything. He didn't say anything to me, so I don't know. He's okay.
He's okay. Okay.
Yeah, he's got those moles. They're kind of gross, but other than that,
they're gross. I have the second pick.
Yep.
Okay. So I purposely gave this some thought. I don't want to make the obvious selections all the guys over there. So I'm going to go with people who are good established Minifans, but who have quietly stink in spots, are bad in situations. I'm going to go Ned Snark, number 2.
Oh, okay.
I think he's he never laughs on these shows. He acts on Twitter, he sort of acts like he's everyone's grandfather. He's got to be calm and this guy's bad and this is bad. And he kind of complains. And he's obviously his political beliefs shape everything. If a Republican says something like Montante, I like Ned Snark. I appreciate he's gone to all the shows. He's a good Minifan, but he stinks. Do you understand what I'm trying to say or no?
No, yeah, I'm with you. And he said the other day
he was very cranky on Mike and the Minifans.
Yeah, he gets that, and he never there's never a laugh. There's never. I wonder about this people the Axe, who's producing the show. On social media, I'm you like this show? You like not nobody likes this show. I'm saying the Kirk Minahan show. You like the actual show? What do you like about it? Ned Snark is again, nice guy. I appreciate what he's done. I hope he goes to more shows. It's always nice to see him. He carried the casket. But like he does this thing where it's like everybody talks. And he's like, wait, I've been around. It's kind of that Kevin from Bristol thing where I'm not going to pick because it's too obvious. Like, guys, I was in Madawaska. Like, let me weigh in for a second and tell you like I fucking hate that quality. So if I had the first pick, I would have taken Ned Snark. So Ned Snark is my pick.
So would next time you see Ned or Ned's in the same room with you, do you want him to speak to you? Because he famously said he has not ever said anything to you.
That's the other thing. Is like, yeah, Kirk and I have this like that thing. A lot of fans like, yeah, who were like, like, well, to be fair, being background, if I was really picked, you'd be the first pick. Like if you're too new, you stink, and you are the worst fan of anybody. But like he does.
What does that even mean?
It means you stink. Like your voice stinks.
I'm the worst fan of anybody.
You have your thoughts stink. You're dumb. You're empty. You suck.
You're just trying to rattle me. I'm not falling for it.
Not at all. Not at all. I like you. I think you're a good guy, but you stink as you're like a zero. But that's okay. Like it's not. You're trying. It's not your fault. And you're so
I
sober.
never said I was fucking Howard Stern. Yes,
okay.
Yes, sir.
This fucking delay is driving me crazy. But you're new and you're a young guy, and I kind of like you get some spot. But Ned Snark does the thing where it's kind of like Kevin from Bristol is kind of like Kirk and I, like we don't bother each other kind of thing. It's like, get the fuck out of here. Just let you know. So yeah, Ned Snark is my pick. I'm sorry. Long way of saying that. I like Ned, but he's my pick.
That's a great pick. Unexpected.
Thank you.
Yeah, so I'll go ahead and make my first pick. It's going to be fucking Chris Klemmer. I mean, he used the show.
Yes!
I hate Klemmer. I've always
that was
hated him.
coming.
He used the show to get up to Barstool, and now he just kind of throws the Minifans to the side. He has his little text with Kirk and his little tweets, and that's it. But no, I mean, he's a poster boy for a shitty Minifan.
Ooh, that's a good pick. I like that. I don't hate that pick.
It is. I gotta say,
you hate Chris Klemmer.
Yeah, you always have, right, McFuss Daddy?
Oh yeah. No, he's since Magnolia.
Yeah.
His lifeblood at Barstool is one of the most because I mean I was from me to my camera away from Justin in New York when he was heckling Klemmer, and to see like the transformation of Klemmer is one of the and I don't, it's not even like I guess it's a compliment. Like it is one of the more bizarre things I've ever seen. I like Klemmer, but it's like
he's added
kind of
nothing,
crazy to think back.
People just like hang out with him, so he's kind of just sort of like
he's like the dad of The Office in New York,
right? And he's like 40. I don't really understand. So your point, McFuss Daddy, is like if somebody at Barstool, New York said, "Hey, turn your back on the Minifans forever, or you lose your job," he would definitely just ignore everyone completely.
100. He's done it before. He'd do it again.
You're right. I agree with that. I happen to
you've repeated the story that I've told you before, Kirk, and I don't know if I've said it on your show, but one of my favorite things from like the last year, I talk about this with fights all the time. When we were in Oppenheimer in New York, seeing an IMAX, and we were like 3 or 4 rows up, and all of a sudden this like very wiry slender man silhouette gets up in the middle of the movie to go get a snack and fights, and I just like, they were like, that's fucking Klemmer, holy shit. And you knew it was him. You didn't need the face, you could just tell by the silhouette it was him.
And we're taping this on the 11th. What day will this air, McFuss Daddy?
This is Saturday night at 7 or 8
this Saturday.
Yeah.
13. So Klemmer will be 13 days into at a theater near me in 2023. Hopefully he continues that.
Yeah, doubt it.
Beanbag along, go ahead.
Yeah.
Okay. My first pick, Matt Carano, number 1. Great parody songwriter, followed up by just going absolutely crazy, and now he's just disappeared, and he hates everybody. So, I
actually think in a weird way, I get why you picked him. In a weird way, it's almost a bad pick because he was just like
that.
Jesus Christ, this is why you suck. Because he just walked away. Like I almost give him credit, Ron, for just walking away. He's like, fuck it. Like I use them, and at least he's honest about it in a weird way. He like left, but I get your point. Like he's super sensitive. But you're like the thing I found interesting about Carano was like you missed Carano, Jeff. I think you missed the entire Carano era. I'm
fully aware. Like I know, like the Jared episode. Like I've heard it.
Yeah, right.
Like, I definitely had him on my list, but I never pick him because I'd be a phony for picking him.
Yeah. He wrote, like, the guy is funny enough to write Mama Gary's Touch, which is a very funny song, and Rape, which is like a great song, but yet was so sensitive and so, it was very strange. And to McFuss Daddy's point earlier, I mean,
that's why I never understood why his humor didn't correlate.
Right, you're right. And to McFuss Daddy's point earlier, Klemmer turned his back on Carano in fucking 2 seconds.
Yep.
We'll say that. All right, so Jeff is up again. Oh, no, you have 2 picks, Beanbag? I'm
Ron,
sorry,
back to back.
this is your show.
Yep.
It's okay. Ron, back to back. You're up.
Okay, next pick, I am going Smugsy.
She
So she still listens to the show. She calls in.
She does?
And
She goes to the live shows too.
They go to the live shows.
She still listens to every episode.
Does she?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Okay.
She has her blog all the time.
I don't. Yeah, that one I don't pay attention to. Yeah. That's not bad. Yeah, I totally forgot about her. Yeah.
Really?
Good pick, Ron. All right, well,
wasn't that one, Ron? Yeah.
All right, I'll go ahead and make my next pick. It's going to be that fat piece of shit that does very good show, Craig Oconee.
Good pick.
He steals money from the Minifans with his Patreon, and then doesn't give anybody's what's promised. It's supposed to be 2 times a week. It's only 1 time.
Isn't that kind of a gift though, in a way? Like, does anybody want that twice a week?
I know it doesn't show up on the podcast feed as much. I mean, goddamn, you nailed him. You nailed it.
Thank you. Who's up? Me?
Yep. Yep. You're up.
Yes.
Easy. Again, a guy I like, a guy I reached out to again to sort of when he came back in about the Twitter account. I'm gonna go MHB. This is a guy who, when he wanted attention at the beginning, waving his arms, and he went away, he snapped. And then once the producer search started and then he suddenly kind of jumped back in and, I did this, I did that. And I even reached out to him. I said, you want to do some Twitter account stuff for the show? He said, yes, that's on me. But now he's become the guy who's like, I saw his tweet the other day where he's like, the old days, these guys, the show was about like fighting bombists and going out. And I'm like, get the fuck out of here. Now you've become the guy you used to make fun of in 2019. We've come like full circle. Like, I guarantee you, he and Ned Snark, for example, like messaging each other about like, yeah, back in the old days, like the show would have enemies and they'd go out. He's become that guy. It's like, shut the fuck up. That's not what and I like MHB. Same thing as Ned Stark. But like, that's not what the show is now. Unless it becomes that, then we'll do it. I'm not going to force it because, you liked the Kirk and Callahan show. MHB never liked. He said it on his breakup show with DEC. DEC, I almost rank higher. MHB was like, yeah, I like the show with Kirk and Callahan better. That's what he wants. That's what he likes. So do a wrap-up show. Go listen to those old episodes again. MHB, number 2 on my worst Minifan list.
Another good pick. Yeah, he tweets to just get like those 30, 40 likes and then goes away for 3 months and then goes back to talk shit. Yeah, no, that's
another guy I liked. I like both these guys, but yeah, I'm picking guys I like. MHB would be my second pick.
And he's still around too. He's still on Twitter tweeting.
Oh yeah, but they'll go away for a while. He's nuts, and I like him. I like him because he's nuts. And like I said, I kind of want him to do some Twitter account stuff, and I didn't follow up. That's on me. But like he's too. I saw a tweet the other day where he's like, remember when the fights weren't about Gus, but they were about like Murchison? And I'm like, well, what do you want? Like if Murchison comes back, believe me, we'll do it. Like you like want Murchison back? Like I don't understand it. Plus he's so goddamn fat. Go ahead.
Jeff, you're up.
I'm going to pick someone who I guess bad Minifan would be someone who likes the show, but because you're picking people you like, but I'm picking someone who you actively fucking hate. And it's one of my favorite, and it's definitely come up recently because anyone who likes the show you hate and gets banned from the Papa Gino's event, it's Mutt's friend Scott.
Oh God, that's a good pick.
That's a
good pick.
Like that's like if you were to create like the old, like if it was like a video game, like a creative player of bad Minifan, like that's it right there. Like history with you that you just despise, but then somehow still like Mutt's always like, oh, he likes you though. He likes you. You're like, I don't give a fuck. So that fits the bill perfectly.
I've always been opposed, and McFuss Abbey is not because where he's from. I'm always opposed to guys who impregnate their own daughter. That's just who I am. So I morally just can't.
How do you know my cousins? Yeah,
that's true. That's true.
How do you know?
Fucking terrible Minifan. When I was at EI, I was going through my shit. He'd be at his gym, like talking to Jerry and Tim Murphy and all, gossiping away. And Kirk said, "Oh, the worst." Might be the worst. That's a good pick. He might be the worst.
Good pick, Jeff.
So then the next one, you actually were recording this on the 11th, and you actually, the person calls in every day, so it's not like it's anything different. But you actually noted that you almost respect the consistency. But if I don't want to pause an episode and I need a pee break, the second I hear "hello," it's Boston Radio Watch. I know it's time to get up and go pee.
Great fucking pick.
But I like that. I like that he stinks, though. I think that's a good fan. He doesn't care about the criticism. That's a good fan. Like he's
see that's where I feel like this actually may not be a good pick on the criteria, but I kind of have
him on. He's going to be turned on by this. Like you're giving him what he wants.
I thought you were going to talk about the dinner guy. The dinner guy's worse.
What Mike had for dinner?
Yes.
Like
he calls in, he goes, hello.
Yeah. He hasn't been on much lately, but yeah.
If you said though that like Boston Radio Watch recorded these and set up an AI to have these play every day you're on, I'd believe it. Like he is unfazed. So you're right. Like it may be a bad pick in that sense, but I can't do it. It just kills me. Yes, that's my third pick.
Okay, Kirk.
Oh, it's me?
Yep.
Same theme. Again, I went with a game plan. Guys who I like but are sort of cunty. In like sort of a bad way and think that they're. And I'm going to go with Murchison's mouse.
Okay.
Yeah, he's not going to like this, right?
No, he's been in the chat talking a little shit. That's a good pick.
About me?
Just about Gus and like the whole thing going on.
Yeah, that's the thing. He thinks he's another guy who thinks. By the way, has he ever actually done a parody song? Or does he just sing other people's work?
He's credited with doing the first one, I believe. But after that,
no memorable ones at all. And he's one of these guys too. I guarantee you is like
big hater right now. Big hater.
He'll weigh in as a hater. He's a total like a zero. Like his, just a zero. Like again, I like him, but he's one of these guys who's like the show stinks. It's like totally, completely humorless. Like totally humorless. And like you'd retweet him, but then he'd get mad if like people didn't. And he's just sensitive. He'll hate this, which I like. Of all the parody people, the worst. And just like again, like a guy who like likes the haters and goes on that, which is fine. Like he'll listen to the show all the time, but like a terrible Minifan. Terrible.
I think that's another good pick. Kirk, 3 for 3. Good job.
Yeah, suck his dick, dude. Jesus Christ.
I'm going to go ahead and make my next pick. And I apologize in advance, but Jeff, I'm going Jeff D. Lowe for my number 3 pick.
Oh, no.
I don't think you should have accepted the Minifan of the Year award. You just hadn't been a Minifan for long enough. And
I take it back.
The live shows. So that's my pick.
Fair.
The first point I don't hate. The live show thing is just tough. I just like it. I would love, like, I'd love to go to the next one, but it's a tough thing to line up with my schedule. But I get it. I get it. Like I said, though, I think I said this I know there's a lot of, there's millions of listeners. So I don't know why I'm asking this. I don't know if anyone heard Montante's World that I was on. But I did say that I said I would win it once. That's it. I can't win it again. Because I said I probably shouldn't be eligible anyway, because it's like kind of like the Justin thing. But now people are saying, hey, I haven't been to a live show, I haven't done this. Guess what? I'm going to fucking do it next year. I'm going to win the goddamn award again. I'm going to win it fucking
You're on the network right now.
That's what I'm going to do.
That's a bad pick.
To be fair, McFuss Daddy, you're not criticizing. You don't believe, it's not like a Rico thing where you think he doesn't listen to the show, right?
No, he obviously does.
Yeah,
that's my point. I think
I can't hate it. It's a fair pick. It's a good pick.
Yeah.
You could give back the Minifan of the award right now. You could.
Can't do that. Can't do that.
I can't. I like it too much. It's too good of an award.
Fair enough. But all right, Ron.
Yeah, I'll stick with the Barstool team. You just mentioned him. I'm taking Rico Bosco. Like you said, doesn't like the show.
Yeah.
The whole time he would just listen to the show just so he could think of something to call into the show about and then ruin whatever conversation was going on. And then we mentioned something about going on the network. He poo-pooed it, like he said, he's above the Minifans. He doesn't want to go back down to JV or whatever. Dude, who gives a fuck? Just come and have fun. That's all we ask. And he doesn't want to do it, so fuck him.
It's a good pick.
Thank you.
I agree. I love Rico. I agree with that sentiment, though. I don't know if like you're in the world, you're in the world. I don't like understand what.
Yeah, Rico's like, yes, he's in a tough spot.
That's
right now. I know what he's good. He's in an unwinnable spot right now. To be fair, who's up? Be mad Ron again or not?
Yep.
Is it just 4 picks each, McFuss Daddy? Is that right?
Yep.
Gotcha.
So.
Got it, Ron.
All right, last pick. I'm going Dave Cullinane. Terrible to communicate with.
Terrible.
I don't think he listens to the show anymore. He gave up for the last fucking 6 months or whatever. Just didn't give a shit. Did everything himself. Thought he was always doing the right thing. Yeah. So that's pretty much all I got for Dave. But yeah, I think as a Minifan.
I think he's selectively listening to the show. I think you're right, Ron. I don't think he listens to every episode. I would agree with that. Yeah.
He does more work now than he used to.
That's true. Yeah. Who is it?
That's definitely true.
Yeah. So I'll go ahead and make my
Daddy,
Fourth pick, I'm going to go with High Blind Mike. He was supposed to show up with sneakers for that episode, but had to tuck his kids into bed or something. So I think it was kind of bullshit to be talking shit all the time and not show up.
I agree. I called him out on it, I think, privately. I was like, well, what do you got? And like, he didn't, we don't know who he is. I agree with you on that one. Yeah, that's fair.
Yep. So that rounds me out.
Okay. Is it me or Jeff? Me?
Yep.
You.
I'm going to go with somebody who was talking a lot about listening to the early shows for a while, and I've not heard from lately. That's Jack Coleman. I'm going to go with him as my final pick for a bad Minifan. Like, where is that? Like, all I heard from months, this episode, that clearly he's given up on that. So he's
still ripping. Huh? I'm still going through.
Yeah.
I exposed his ass. I exposed him.
What'd you do?
And then he gave up after that. I brought a list of like 45 questions, and
when was
he
this?
got maybe 2 of them. It was when I came into
Was
studio,
it?
when I was in rehab.
Rehab
You
Rock.
remember. You fucking shooting me out.
Yes, you stunk. Yeah, you were bad.
Better than my game yesterday.
Yeah, you were bad, Ron. But we're talking about Coleman, not you. Like Coleman's kind of checked out.
So was I.
Like he's just not, doing as good a job as he can as producer of the show, but as a fan of the show. Also, I have to be honest that like I would leave for KFC Radio is not a great moment in Coleman history, and maybe he knew what we didn't know at the time. Because I think we were deep into Barstool Radio. I think Kevin had been almost there for 120 days. But I think he knew that Kevin was going to give up Barstool Radio and was going to do KFC full time. Was already starting to angle his way in. I think it's possible. Right. So I'm going to go Jack Coleman. Worst fourth pick, worst Minifan.
Whenever his tenure ends, though, and like I'm a Coleman guy. I've known Coleman for a while. Coleman is going to be like insufferable. Like his account's gonna be like it'll be like Gus's weed pen. He's gonna be an insufferable Minifan on Twitter. Like
I think he'll just
fight with everyone.
I think he'll just be like he'll go to whatever Barstool show and be like, like that. I think you could be right. But I think he's gonna go
into the network a lot.
But not when you're gone.
I think I would. That guy matters,
All right,
be him and Carano.
All right,
Jeff.
Last pick, Jeff.
So mine lumps in a lot of people, and none of them really have names. You don't know who they are, but this, I think it goes against the spirit of the show, and it kind of relates back to the first one, like Mayo outing one. It's everyone who fakes a Kevin call. Anybody who fakes him Kevin, because not only is it not funny, it completely ruins every time Kevin actually calls in, because you're like, is this a real one? Is it a fake one? Like it. I don't know why people think it's funny, but it's the worst call hands down. Is anyone who tries to fake Kevin? Because it's also I will appreciate though everyone knows it's fake the second it happens. Like it's easy to spot.
Yes.
Even if it's like a decent impression, it's so easy to figure out it's not real.
Right.
Yeah. Great pick to round us out there, Jeff.
Any honorable mentions of note or no?
I had Wagon. He certainly is up there. He should be on everybody's list. The Stewie Clubhouse lady, acronym guy.
Acronym guy is a good one. I thought about him for especially with whatchamacallit. You know what I thought of? Because he's a great Minifan, but everyone always says he's a great Minifan in a weird way is Tim and Ken. I thought about Tim and Ken because I love him, but he's so grandfathered in that I feel like he needs some criticism in his life because we've seen over the last year he's clearly a psychopath. Like he's like a hidden. I want that psychopath unleashed. But I can't.
Did that caller kind of turn your brain?
He's just not annoying enough. He's so nice.
Yeah, that's the problem. He's such a good guy. Is that like I couldn't put him there. I had Julie there obviously as well.
Oh, fuck, that's a good one.
Yeah. And I had I had somebody else there. I forget. I had acronym guy. I definitely had. Did you have anybody else, McFustanny, or no?
No, that was it. Didn't you ban acronym guy, or is he out for the year?
Yeah, he'll never. Yeah. And I had what's his face, Justin Durand on there as well, the original drip, because of his wife sending me that letter about Jesus. I had
the Florida guy,
the drip. I will also say
that one I know I wouldn't have picked again. Would have been a phony, but that one I do know as well.
Yeah, and like I get like the same way with I'm prone like whether it's Ned Snark or Merch's Mouse or MHB. I like all those guys, but like even like the Drip Lord, I'm kind of like he's almost getting too much love. Like people need sometimes a little smack in the ass to kind of get him going the other way, you know?
Yeah,
I thought it was ironic. I thought it was a bit.
I know you guys don't. You're not Pat Ford guys. Yeah.
No.
Oh, that's right. You don't like him, right, McFustaddy?
Yeah, he didn't come on with us because he wanted to protect his brand in case Ron was bad on the show. So I was like, yeah.
The irony, by the way, am I right, McFustaddy, that did you and I have breakfast with the Drip in not Magnolia, but what town is that?
In Macomb at the Morning Rail.
Macomb, Morning Rail. Yeah.
I had some green potatoes and a terrible omelet. It was
that was a tough one. That was the most depressing. Jeff, we did that show in Magnolia. Everyone got COVID. McFustaddy's seen a lot of terrible things down south. I mean, that pizza place of his is a disaster. That downtown was the most depressing downtown I have ever seen in my entire life. Like, I don't even know how the Morning Rail exists there.
Everything else was boarded up. Like, there's nobody that ever goes. Everything else was
boarded up. Everything. And there's this like nice little breakfast place. It was amazing to me. Amazing.
No, I don't know. I don't know how they're still surviving.
A sneaky Barstool person, because we mentioned a couple like Clemmer, but Clemmer was a fan before he went to Barstool. But like Rico was at Barstool, become a fan. Same with me. Is the
I know what you say.
Like Kyle Timms is like quietly a horrible Minifan now. Like doesn't didn't forward you the email about you.
Well, yeah. Maybe he's a good Minifan. I don't want to say that. I'll give you one. I thought of as well because you mentioned Barstool was trying to steal my audience to get a little bit of thunder for him. That is Chris Castellani. I got to put him on the honorable mention as well. Like, I don't even know what that was the other night. Like, you're either a Minifan or you're not. Like, he never really interacts unless it's convenient. Like, if we're doing Barstool, he would be on there. Like, because people always say, "Oh, Dan Katz, like Big Cat doesn't listen to every show." I'm sure he doesn't listen to every show, but he never pretends. He doesn't do that. Like, he would, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
there's a way to do it.
It's the most DMs I've ever gotten from Minifans. Not even the stealing of the plans during Surviving Barstool. It was the other night. People were like, "Are you watching this right now?" And I told you this, Kirk, so I'll tell it on here. I haven't said this like on the show, I don't think. The Golden Globes were airing simultaneously with Menners and Castellani, and Montante texted me and he said, "Holy shit, is this for real right now?" And I thought that it was like Joe Coy made a joke about like the Republicans or something, and I was like, like fucking Montante's watching the Globes, and then I quickly saw it. I was like, oh, okay, this is what he's talking about.
Yeah, Coleman's buddy Boner Salad really fucked over Castellani on that one.
Where do you stand on Montante, McFustaddy and Beanbag Ron?
This Montante mix thing you got going. Yeah, I think that could be a good idea. If Gus is fired, then I think Montante Mick is. I think that's strong.
You're down on that?
No, I like it how it is now. I like Montante in there. He's a character, but Mick's also a loose cannon. But he came in so reserved yesterday, so I don't know what the consistency is going to be.
I think that was the plan. That was the M&M boys' plan right there.
The M&M boys.
Oh, somebody else was going to ask you guys about your status with them right now. Shit, I forget. It's revolving.
Kirk.
Huh?
Ticket guy, Captain Cons.
Ticket guy's bad. He's bad. But I was thinking about Josh, but Josh doesn't listen to the show. He's not even a Minifan, so I couldn't pick Josh, the intern. He's never listened to the show. You have to listen to the show, so I couldn't pick him.
I think Daver could be up there after that New Year's tweet, and then he came in. And
we didn't even nobody mentioned
a little bit. Yeah, and I mean, now he's all back in, so I don't know.
But again, that was my right. That was my criteria: is who cares the most about clout, and like the guys I picked were like clout guys. Like, hey, I'm this, almost like the older Minifans who I'm not a big fan of the, like, if you've been a Minifan for 2 weeks, like, I think it's great. If you're a Minifan for 5 years, obviously I appreciate that more, but then you can't, like, people are always like, oh, I want this world to grow. I want this world to grow. Then somebody comes in and their reaction immediately is like, what the fuck? Like, you don't fucking know, you don't know, you weren't in Madawaska, or you weren't there. You didn't fight Murchison, or you didn't do this with Ellie Schnitt. It's like, well,
I've gotten a lot of that. Yeah.
Well, you suck, Ron. But I'm just saying, like, but for people who don't suck, like, no, I'm kidding, Ron, of course. But I'm saying, like, what are they supposed to do? They just found the fucking podcast. Like, are they supposed to go back in time? Like, I've never really. And maybe I fall into that too at times. And if I do, I should work on that. But like, I think we've been good about, I don't know, McFustaddy. You're not a day one guy, right? I don't think.
No, I am. I got in when you poked Goodell in the ribs, but maybe if you would have put up those billboards in California like that guy wanted, all those people would have come in earlier.
Oh, that's right. Jesus Christ, I forgot about that. Jesus Christ, these fucking lunatics. But yeah, anyway. So how's the pizza place? Good?
Oh, that's great. We're about to put up another one, so there's gonna be 3. So that gift card you have works at any of them.
You got a real enterprise going now.
Oh yeah, there's a couple Mo's in there too. So there's
That's good. Good for you. Right, there you go.
Yep,
Did you have any, Jeff? Did you have any honorable mentions or no?
No, just I think the one I threw out there. Tim's. I mean, there's a couple people on here that again I noted that like I wouldn't have taken. I would have taken Carano. Like would have taken the original drip, but I put them down just because I was like I didn't know if people would take ones that I had because it wasn't. It's not like my era. I know like sneakers comes up all the time and just like
Jay.
Jay doesn't count. He doesn't have a brain. But the thing about Kevin Bristol is Kevin Bristol.
I mean, you could technically take Gus.
Gus is terrible. The thing about Kevin from Bristol is Kevin Bristol. I've been shitting on him for like 4 years, and he keeps tweeting how great the show is. So I can't pick him. Right? Like he's almost coming back to where he's like a good Minifan.
He did the self-deprecating video with John from Scranton, right? At the
that was a good moment too.
Yeah, that was pretty.
That was a good moment too.
Video of the night. Yeah,
that was a good video. That's true. Yeah.
I was thinking Dan from Newton, but he put Steve in his place today, so I had to cross him.
Yeah.
That would have been a good one though. That one, I not one of my favorite callers, but again, that goes back to what you said, Kirk. It's like he calls in, it's consistent. He gives it a go. It's like
clearly listen. He hears me say he stinks. So like, I'll give you one, McFuss Daddy. You're good like this.
Yep.
A guy who was afraid to embrace the Minifans really until it was convenient. Then he embraced them, and now he's on the show a lot and uses them for like some sort of mailing list every Friday.
Mutt.
Would that be Mutt? Could that be
Ron,
Mutt?
Nothing gets by you, Ron. You know, any flies on you are paying rent. I would say, would that be a fair criticism, McFuss Daddy? Or no?
I don't think Mutt was a Minifan because he said that he didn't like you for what you said. So I don't. Right. But no, it is a fair criticism. But I wouldn't even say he was a Minifan. So.
Okay, fair enough. That's
what about one of the third chairs from today?
Steve from Gloucester?
Yeah.
I'll go his way up the ladder.
Yeah. Ooh, John from Warren today. Oosh.
I think John got a bad pull today with Steve. It wasn't Steve's best. So I
agree. John from Warren could have used like a Montante or a Mutt.
Yeah.
He had no chance.
Honestly, if your lead producer's a fan of the show, McFuss Daddy, that's not a problem. But that's why my pick is good. Like you got to know the show. Yep. Coleman's checked out. Coleman's more like, hey, Nate Bargazzi is going to be on with Kevin. It's going to be epic. Or Nikki Glazer, tweeted out that somebody's a cunt, and it was LOL. He'll send me stuff like that. So
Frank the Tank did his 100th walk.
Yeah, Frank. Yeah, can we get Matt Piper Jenks on the show? Like that kind of thing. It's
I got a compliment. I actually thought for Steve I thought that was actually the best Steve from Gloucester that we've had, I think, today.
Yeah.
Is that a bad take?
He had some perspective, but was also he's got very playful.
He didn't only hit. See, I'm just tired. Like the Gusty this, Gusty that. Like that's I'm just over that.
He moved. I think he. To his credit, I think he realizes that. Like he knows. Like man, we're doing this. So, but the Gus thing is now just a me issue. Like Steve, I think even Steve knows that. Like it's gonna be hard for me to fire this guy. Like how can I fire him? Can't fire him. Maybe I'm the worst Minifan. I don't know. How can I fire him? Worst Minifans. I have a brother who hasn't listened to the show in 2 years for all I know. So who the hell knows? Who's to say?
I don't know. Tell him to
get a pair. Never listened to the show. So there you go.
Oh man. Well, all right, fellas. We appreciate you guys coming on. If you're on the list, go to betterhelp.com/Kirk and get some help because you fucking suck. Otherwise, we'll be back next week with the month of hate. And thank you. We'll see you then. Thanks, Kirk. Thanks, Jeff.
Thanks,
boys. Thank you guys. Appreciate it.